This is episode 3 of the exploration of this vast desert. This is the tower that the shorter people lived in. You see those small holes in the bigger ones because that is where they're coming now. This is one of the biggest temples / castles that they would live in.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
And for glory purposes, we will not be posting the second episode.
Yes.
Saw lots of dead things. We had to kill lots of dead things, so...
We had to defend ourselves.
Yes.
And you could see that the tower was built on a rock, so any invaders of small people couldn't climb because to them, the rocks were 100 feet high.
Ah, yes.
To us, it's, I don't know, twice our size, but to the long people, they would just step up and they could invade. But
Absolutely.
the small people were friends with the tall people because they know how they could help each other out. Small people couldn't reach stuff. Long people would grab it, but the long people couldn't build small, intricate pieces, and that's what the small people were for.
Ah, yes.
So the long people helped construct this vast tower to help the small people thrive.
Ah. It's very interesting. It's very majestic looking up at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can see the little windows up there.
Yes.
Perhaps where the small people were. And the camera won't be showing it, but we will be going up there closely soon. And how tall were these small people?
I don't know, probably like 5 inches. They were
yes,
very
that's
tiny.
very small there, yeah.
Yes, and this was a mighty kingdom. These steps had guards on each step because this is where the king would live.
Oh, yes.
At the very top of the tower.
Very tippy top, yeah.
Well, here, down here, this field, this is where the battle against small people took place. There was thousands of small people died here.
Oh, yes. You can still see some of the rumbling in the sand there. Very interesting.
Yes.
Yes, and you can see those little holes there where the small people probably lived.
Yes, they are rooms or spots that they could shoot out of to kill their enemies coming from
the Badlands.
Yes. They still live down there, but it's there's not many of them.
Yes. Seems like the small people died too from the cat virus epidemic that happened so many years ago.
But the big people and us weren't affected because we're a lot bigger and viruses don't affect us as they do small people.
Oh, yes. Ah, yes, this is where the king held his court.
Yes, there was usually a pedestal right there that would stand on. And all the small people would come here, and this room is big enough where it was possible. So then, after every meeting, they'd come through this entrance and come over here, which is usually the dining hall. They would walk up these. This is where the tables would be. You have guards all along here. They'd feast for days.
Oh, yes, and then out here, this is the outer courtyard where they would do all the rest of their activities where they normally lived.
And if you followed me in the tower, only guards and the king were allowed to be in here. Looks like some of it is collapsed, but usually they climb these rocks and there's mostly kind of shelves that they live in. Like, see, this looks like the king's. No, this is the royal guards. This is the king's bedroom.
Oh, yes.
And what they do, they'll climb, step onto the rocks, and climb across to get to here, which was the viewing port against the long people.
Oh, yes.
They used to travel back and forth twice a day. They could scout the mountain.
That is most interesting.
Another attack.
And the sand here is part of the collapsed roof.
Yes. It's
a shame.
There should be this is where they would construct the statue of the king, but looks like the people from the Badlands have taken this because that's what the main goal of been. They were trying to take their statues and treasures.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Come out to the main courtyard really quick. I'll show you some features that it had. Right here. This is where they would This is where they would do the executions.
Yes.
They would kick them off this bridge and they would fall into the depths. So if you go down, you can't really see it from here because they're pretty small, but you can see tiny dead people.
Oh yes.
And
we will not explore that for the sake of keeping our show PG.
and here, this is where this chunk didn't used to be here, but that's where they got all the stone.
Wow.
That's where the mine other stone built this.
Oh yes, I see the mining operation there.
Where there are festivals.
Good merry time.
Small people.
Castle in the depths of nothing. The Arab plains. That is a very interesting story of the short people. Alright, well, this is Captain Rocky.